Hello students, welcome back to another exciting edition of Mr. Armstrong Teaches. Today's topic is direct objects. Direct objects is a bit of a continuation from a previous topic, transitive verbs. Transitive verbs lead to direct objects. They are connected. We will see more of that today. But first, some notes. Write these things down. Number 1, direct objects receive the actions of verbs. We'll see why actions is in quotation marks in a little bit. Number 2, more specifically, direct objects receive the actions of transitive verbs. If you have a transitive verb, you have a direct object. If you have a direct object, then there's a transitive verb. They go hand in hand. And finally, number 3, direct objects will always come after the verbs or verb phrases. Let's look at some examples. Write this stuff down too. And remember, if the video goes too fast, you can always pause it. But essentially, a subject does a verb. We know this. But sometimes, if the verb is transitive, the subject does the verb to the direct object. In other words, the direct object receives the action of that verb. So, you kicked cans, Alex kicked cans, everybody kicked cans. It doesn't matter who kicked cans, cans were kicked. The subjects changed, the verbs stay the same, the direct objects stay the same, and those direct objects, cans in this instance, got kicked by you, by Alex, or by everybody. Did you write all those down? Let's look at some other examples. In this first sentence, the hungry dog ate my mom's dinner. Let's look at all the different parts. Let's find the subject and the verb first. The subject in this sentence is dog. That's the simple subject. Hungry and the are both adjectives modifying the noun dog. What did the dog do? That's the verb. The dog ate, a past tense, irregular form of to eat. Dog ate. Now, the thing that the dog ate is the direct object. So what did the dog eat? The dog didn't eat mom, thank goodness. The dog ate dinner. And so dinner would be the direct object. Let's look at another example. A worker had a shovel. This sentence is a little simpler. We still have a simple subject and a verb. Worker is the subject of the sentence. It comes before the verb, and the verb is had, a past tense form of to have. Now, before when I said that the direct object receives the action of a verb, that's not always exactly true. That's a nice way of thinking about it, an easy way of thinking about it. But in this sentence, there's not exactly an action. It's just that the worker has something, but it still works the same way. To have is still a transitive verb, and shovel is the direct object. Let's look at another one. We took a test during math class. This one has a few extra nouns after the verb, so it might be a little trickier to figure out which one is the direct object. But what can help is eliminating a prepositional phrase. Remember, a direct object will never be in a prepositional phrase. Nothing we ever look for will be in a prepositional phrase. That's why it's nice to kind of eliminate them from the equation before we get started. During math class is the prepositional phrase. So if we draw a line through that, if we get rid of that, what we have left over is still a complete sentence. We took a test. Now, if we find the subject, the simple subject, and the verb, we is the subject, took is what we did, finding the direct object is very easy. There's very few words left over. What did we take? We took a test. And so we see that test is the direct object. Test was the thing that we took. Let's look at one more example. This one's the trickiest one yet. Everyone but Nikhil tasted fried candy bars at the fair. So what I want you to do for this one is go ahead and write this sentence down in your notes and see if you can identify all of the parts like we've been doing with the other ones. Draw a line through any prepositional phrases. I'll give you a hint. There are 2 of them. Underline the subject once, underline the verb twice, and label the direct object D-O. Go! Pause if you need to. I'll post the answers in just a sec. The sentence once again, everyone but Nikhil tasted fried candy bars at the fair. At the fair and but Nikhil are both prepositional phrases. So they can't be the subject, they can't be the verb, they can't be the direct object. Everyone is the subject of this sentence. Who tasted? Everyone tasted. Everyone but Nikhil, of course. Everyone tasted what? They tasted bars. Technically, that is the simplest object that we can get to. Fried and candy are both adjectives describing that singular noun at the end, bars. Did you get it right? All of it? Excellent. And that concludes this lesson on direct objects. There's lots more information about this on the internet. If you have any questions, you can post them below or ask me in class. Until next time, have a great and glorious life. Be well. I'll teach you again very soon.